Greetings MarTech fans, it's Jasper with Covalent Marketing bringing you another awesome video chock full of information. So hey, we've stumbled upon an issue with the Braze data export function using the web GUI. Did you know that once you've integrated a cloud storage partner like AWS S3 with Braze, that same Braze data export feature will also put those files in your S3 bucket? It means you'll end up using up unnecessary data storage every time you do a data export through the web GUI. Now, depending on how big your marketing team is, this could cost you quite a bit. Knowing this, here's a quick guide on how to manage these unnecessary costs through AWS storage management. Now, full disclosure, to avoid making this video over an hour long, I'm only going to provide the high-level steps for this process. So let's outline what you'll need to get this done. 1. Administrative access and S3 know-how to manage the bucket attached to your target Braze application group. 2. Enough to be dangerous knowledge in AWS functions like SES, Lambda, IAM security. And 3. Python development skills. Let's get started with our use case, but yours may differ based on your requirements. As Braze export files start to pile up in our S3 bucket, we're going to want to move files that are older than 7 days from the landing zone to an archive folder. This way, current week data can be identified easier. A notification will then be sent to admins letting them know that the 7-day-old file transfer mechanism executed successfully. Once those week-old export files land in the archive folder, we'll allow them to sit there for another 30 days before they are purged from the S3 bucket. All of this is in an automated fashion, of course. How are we going to achieve this, you ask? Easy. So let's start with step 1. We're diving into AWS to set up roles and permissions for our trusty Lambda function, which will be handling the job of archiving our export data that's been sitting around for 7 days. These roles and permissions are a big deal because they give our Lambda function the power it needs to work its magic with the S3 bucket where all those export files are hanging out. Plus, they're the secret sauce that lets the Amazon simple email system send out those handy notifications to keep our admin team in the loop about our Lambda's function success. With step 1 all sorted out, it's time to roll up our sleeves and jump into step 2, Python scripting. Here's the game plan. First, we'll define our S3 bucket and get specific about the target folders, giving them meaningful names like LZ and archive. Next, we set up the 7-day threshold for when files are ready to move to the archive folder. After that, we'll drop the email address where all the important notifications will land. And to finish our configuration, we'll craft the perfect email message to greet the admins with. With Lambda development completed, let's hop over to step 3. Here we'll create a global event trigger using CloudWatch event rules for our S3 bucket. This cool mechanism will make sure our Lambda function gets to work every day, doing its job spotting export data files that are older than 7 days and whisking them off to the archive folder. Finally, we reach step 4, the home stretch. In this step, we're going to set up a lifecycle rule for our S3 bucket. This rule is like the cleanup crew, keeping an eye on all the export data files in the archive folder. It's going to give them a 30-day expiration period, and when that time's up, it'll sweep away any files that meet the expiration criteria. Poof, gone from our S3 bucket for good. And that's it. We're ready to get this data archiving show on the road. You can now sleep better knowing that the Braze export data files aren't piling up costing you money in the process. If you need help with this, contact us at www.covalentmarketing.com and we'll gladly work with you to check this off your bucket list. Take care and have a good one.